Hello everybody, Marlene aka SnowGardener307. We are here for a collab today. I am so excited to join you guys. Sorry about my ring light. It's super dark in my kitchen. Oh, I feel like a robot. Can I get it to line up just right? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. So I wrote some notes so I don't forget who I need to talk about. So this is an Easter treats and potluck collab. So there are two hosts of this. And so our two co-hosts are Mama Friendly and DIY from House to Home. There are several other people participating, and I will have the playlist down below. I have a few friends that are participating as well. A huge shout out to my friend Cynthia from Our Big's Adventure. She's the one that invited me to join this collab group. I also have my friend Anne from What's Up Family Home and my friend Janice from Every Day I'm Winging It. And there are a lot more taking part in this collab. So we're excited that you're here. Hello everybody, Marlene aka SnowGardener307. I am here for an Easter collab. That's right. Look at the mess I've got behind me. This is real life here. We've got stuff for dinner out. We've got the crock pot working with dinner in it, and we've got our desserts getting ready to be done. So this collab, I was invited to join by my friend over at Our Big's Adventure, Cynthia, so a huge shout out to her. I want to thank the co-hosts of this. It is Mama Friendly and DIY from House to Home, and if you guys see me glancing down, I have a list. I also have a couple other friends that are joining in on this collab, so I want to give them a hello. I have got Anne from What's Up Family Home, and I also have Janice from Every Day I'm Winging It. So make sure you check out the playlist down below. Now let's jump into this mess that I call my Easter collab. All right, everybody. So the recipe that I've decided to make are carrot cake bars. This is not my recipe. I got this recipe from a I got this recipe from a Pinterest page. And so the credit needs to go to cookiedoughandovenmitt.com. And I will put the recipe down below. Now, I've never made this before, and you know, if I'm going to be baking, I might as well make it worth it. So I am doing a double batch of this. Sorry if we have got some crazy shadows going on. Like I said, I'm doing the best I can with my lighting. So I'm going to be doing a double batch. So let me tell you guys what goes into each batch. We have got a half a cup of butter. Then we need some brown sugar, right? So brown sugar. Then we're going to need an egg. We're going to need one whole egg in the bars. And then it also has a cream or a cheesecake a cheesecake swirl with an egg yolk. And then we are going to need some vanilla. And of course, pure vanilla is the best. Got this last time I was in Mexico. This summer, I'm probably gonna grab a couple more bottles. Then we're gonna need some ground cinnamon. And I am actually going to be using the Pampered Chef Cinnamon Plus Spice. And this, just so you guys know, is kind of like a pumpkin pie spice. It has cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ground orange peeled, cloves, and ginger. I thought that would be delish in there, and I've got some of this that I need to use up. And then we are going to need some baking powder, and we're also going to need some salt because, you know, you gotta have your salt. And then, of course, I've got my thing of flour here, and we are going to need carrots. Now, for the cheesecake swirl, I almost said squirrel again. For the cheesecake swirl, we're going to do a block of cream cheese. It's a half a block for each recipe, and this is why I decided to do a full one. And then we are going to need some regular sugar. So I've grabbed out the regular sugar as well, an egg yolk, and some more vanilla. So let's get this going.
Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening. New boy, same trip.
All right, everybody. So I have two different bowls, and they are going to be exactly the same. I decided to keep them separate just to make things a little bit easier. I'm going to melt this butter just a little bit more. And as I said, I will make sure that I have the recipe link down below. I had carrot all over the place from grating my carrot. And how many of you guys are procrastinators? I've known about this collab for close to a month, and here I am the day before the collab is due doing it. I guess that's maybe just something I do. Perfect. Also want to let you guys know I have my oven heated to 350. I have 2 baking pans ready to go. I put parchment and spray in the bottom of them. So we've got our butter. We're going to go ahead and add in just a tiny bit of brown sugar. So a 1 cup for each bowl. Get these mixed up.
Now, trying to be smooth, so here we go again. Here we go again. You're trying to...
All right, so we've got those. And of course, I've got my recipe that I am following because this is the first time that I've done this. Then we're going to go ahead and stir in the egg and the vanilla extract. This has a lot of vanilla extract. It's 1 tablespoon and 1 whole egg in this component. So get those mixed in.
Don't like your cheap tricks. Take it somewhere else, would ya? Would ya? I don't know what you think, but I'm not one of those chicks. Take it somewhere else, would ya? Would ya? You got nothing.
Next, we're going to add in the dry ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and grab a fork. And I like stirring all of the dry ingredients first. And I've, have many recipes that tell me to do exactly that. This one did not, but I feel a little bit better. And then of course I get flour all over the place. So we have got flour in here, and we've got salt. We've got the cinnamon plus that I decided to do, and the baking powder. So 1 for each bowl. And another reason why I decided to make double is because I like to share when I bake things. And also I wanted to make sure that these pans that I have bake good because they are newer. So I wanted to give them a try. I normally bake in Pampered Chef stoneware. And for anybody that doesn't know, I sell Pampered Chef, but not as a full-time thing, just if people want something. But I did that when my daughter Julia was first born, and she's going to be 20 this year. So that tells you how long that I have had Pampered Chef. And so most of the time when you see me cooking, you're going to see a lot of Pampered Chef products. So we've got that stirred in there. This is a very simple recipe. And then next we're just going to go ahead and fold the carrots in. And then it tells us to set it aside. And then we're going to go ahead and get the cream cheese mixture done. Now look at these two. They look different. Do you notice that? This is part of if I would have weighed everything versus just measuring it. But so 1 cup of carrots. Let's do a little bit more in here. So 1 cup, and let's hope that there's 1 cup here because I really don't want to grate any more carrots. I think there should be. Oh yeah. And as we know, baking is a science and weighing is the best way. I don't know why most recipes in the US give us cups and stuff instead of measurements. It's kind of silly. So let's get this folded in. I had to take my sweatshirt off. I was hot. The oven on, and it's a pretty nice day out there. It's really windy, but a lot of the snow is melted unless, it's in a shade spot. I am sure we will get more snow. And if any of you guys are brand new coming over from the collab, welcome. Thanks for checking out my channel and the collab. You will notice that there is a hodgepodge on this channel. This is my newest channel. I also have another channel, SnowGardener307 Budgets. And in the beginning, that channel had a hodgepodge of everything. I started out with Vlogmas in 2020. And then I decided to start this channel to have everything that's not budgeting. So you're going to be seeing cooking videos, gardening videos, grocery hauls, any kind of thing that I can think of. All right, so we're going to set these aside. So we've got those two set aside. Now we've got to do our cream cheese mixtures. So I've already got stuff measured out to make our lives easier. We have got our white sugar. We have got our eggs. We have got more vanilla. And we have our cream cheese. We are going to be using an electric mixer for this one. I'm just going to grab that out. So I am going to put some music on when I am using the beaters because we all know that is loud and obnoxious. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 separate bowls so that we can get these mixed up. Go ahead and get our cream cheese in there. It's supposed to be room temperature. I think it's really, really close. This is one of the reasons why I'm running behind today is I forgot to take this out. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to put these in the microwave. Yeah, just for a smidge because the middle of it isn't quite room temp yet. And if you guys have ever dealt with cream cheese before, you know that it's kind of a pain in the butt trying to get it to blend. Oh, come on, cream cheese. That one did not want to come off the wrapper. So let me just warm these a tiny bit. We don't want it melted. We don't want it totally warm as I threw cream cheese all over. This is how I roll in my house, you guys. Stuff everywhere. Be right back. I've got my 2 bowls. I'm going to set one off to the side. And all we're going to start out with is our cream cheese and our sugar. And we are going to mix these until they are well combined.
That he turns to when he's out of answers. What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder what's that like.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and do 1 egg yolk. And that stuck to the side of that dish. That was so weird. And more vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla in this recipe. All right, let's mix these together.
What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and assemble these. So we've got 2 to make, and it says to add about half the carrot cake batter, spread it out, add half of the cheesecake batter, and add the remaining, and then we're going to swirl them together. Now, I did read the comments, and most people said don't swirl it too much. So we're going to take about half of our batter and put it into the bottom. Remember when I told you guys that I have a hard time halving batter when I bake things? Well, you can only imagine how I feel about this. And I know it doesn't matter exactly. Oh, parchment paper is going to make this a little bit harder, isn't it? Since I got to spread it out, since it's a thicker batter. I am holding on to this parchment paper because I decided with this one to have it be a little bit bigger. All right, then it tells me to drop this on in dollops, right? Is that a scientific term? Dollop? Blobs? I don't know what it's called. Let's see. What does it say? It says to, yep, dropping dollops of batter onto the cake batter. Now, obviously, I am not too worried about where they're going. We are going to swirl it a little bit. We just want to make sure there's enough in all of them, right? There we go. There we go. So we've got 2 pans looking like that so far. Let's get our cake batter on the top of it. I don't know how we're going to manage this, but I guess we're going to figure it out, aren't we?
I wanna hold his hand, 'cause I can't stop thinking about him. And would he understand if I told him how I feel about him? I've got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish he felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I
going to turn out amazing or we're going to find out that I made a mistake, right? So this is what both of these look like. Let me look at the, and around the cheesecake batter at the remaining. Oops. So your girl didn't read. It was supposed to be half the cheesecake and then the other. So yeah, I messed up. But we're rolling with it. So it should have been half the cake batter, half of the cheesecake, then half of the cake batter, then half of the cheesecake. So, you know, I think it'll be just fine. And then we're going to go ahead and swirl these together. We're not going to, that's all I'm going to do. One swirl. I imagine we're going to have some good pockets of cream cheese since I did them all, you know, at once. And it says baked 35 to 40 minutes. So we'll be back once they're baked. All right, everybody. Here are the carrot cake bars out of the oven. We're going to eat our dinner and then we're going to run an errand. And when I get back, hopefully they'll be cooled. I'm probably going to pull them out of the pan before we leave. And then I'll touch base with you. All right, everybody. Here is a close-up. You can see it split a little bit right there. Let's go ahead and back you guys on out and show you what we've got. So we've got the two different pans. And let's see if I can get this parchment off without too much trouble, right? Sometimes I love parchment, but sometimes for whatever reason it's kind of difficult to get off. Like right there on the corner. There we go. And I know the other one that's really cracked, it's my fault because I went to take it out of the pan and I moved it a whole bunch. So next time, note to self, don't have the parchment right at the level of the bake. Let me get another cutting board. Let's see how this baked. Not too shabby. Let's get this cut, shall we? And let's taste test it. Well, this piece right here looks like it wants to be taste tested. That's really good. You get a knife. Probably should have kept that other cutting board. So it says 9 servings, right? And if I could cut in a straight line, they would probably be better. I am not the person, if I get invited to your wedding, that you want serving cake because I really stink at cutting lines as well as doing things straight or looking at the cake going, what's the best way to get the most pieces out of this? That is not my strength. So let's take a look at these bars. See how we did, even though, as you guys saw, I read the instructions, but apparently not good enough. Grab a little plate. Let's put one of these on the plate. Let's take a look. That looks really, really good. Should I let my husband try one first or should I try one first? What do you guys think? I bet he wants to try one. Come on, hon. He's standing there staring at me. Do you want a corner piece? Or do you want this one that has one edge? Or do you want the middle one?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not picky.
So we're going to have him try it. Let everybody know what you think. No, they can't see your face this time. I think they're really good.
It is really good.
There's the bite that I took out of mine. Yum, yum. All right, everybody. So what I'm going to do is I am going to package up part of these for my mother-in-law and father-in-law. And then I'm also going to package some up for my sister-in-law and her family. So give them a little early Easter treat. Thank you guys for coming along for the collab. I again want to thank the hosts, the co-hosts of this Easter Treats and Potluck collab. I want to thank Mama Friendly and DIY from House to Home. So remember to check out the playlist down below. Thanks, everybody. Remember to keep on smiling. Bye.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time.